What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Long time no talk. It's been 2 days. 2 horribly long days. I missed all of y'all. Give me a couple of seconds to get situated. There's going to be some probably microphone issues. I'm still trying to get all of my sounds just perfectly corrected, all my levels leveled out. So if you hear anything, please make sure to let me know so I can fix them. But other than that, I'll be right back. So enjoy some music until then. Sound is off. What's up, everyone? How's it going? I'm sorry, but dang it, I do got to repeat all that. By the way, guys, it's been one heck of a couple of days. I've had to reinstall so many things. On top of this, I do have my Stream Deck backing up now, so I can, do stuff like this. Switch. I'm thinking about making a transition for our stream later this week. I'm thinking of having like the Nazareth Studio logo like swing by and then it drags like a bunch of cool stuff behind it. It like slows down in the middle and then it's like whoosh, and we switch, How's it going, Steven? Welcome to the channel. Is the audio off now? And by the way, just so you all know, my audio levels aren't perfect yet. I think I still have to make some adjustments. So if you hear any like cutting, stuttering, please let me know. I have a noise gate on and I just haven't had the time to like actually, play with it, make sure that it's perfect. Oh my gosh, we get the AI assist. Thank you. How are you doing today, Steven? But yeah, today we are going to be doing a lot of Trello stuff. Not Trello, but Miro. I have to really get a sense of the style. Yesterday I was doing some concept art for some enemies. I'm going to show those a little bit later once I think I found something. But the primary issue that I have is that the characters or the enemies that you fight in the game, I want them to be resemblant of like some enemies, like kind of like this dark energy. And the whole idea is that you purge these things, right? As Judah, you purge these things, you exercise almost, but you do it in fighting form. So trying to find a way to kind of make it look friendly but still dark at the same time has been rather difficult. I might have to take some notes from maybe Kingdom Hearts. I feel like they have some really cool stuff in regard to that. So for the foreground, I don't really want this. So how is everyone doing today? I forgot all about my Amazons. Go ahead and delete this. But yeah, I've been working on some stuff to make some quick cash, kind of help out around the house. So, working wireless stream. Oh, that's cool. What are you working on? How are you working? Also, if I'm a little too loud, guys, let me know. Like I said, we're still working with audio levels. Make sure everything's crisp. I really like this style, but I'm like, since I'm on the mobile, what can I do? What can I get away with? I want to like push the pendulum a little bit, right? Work. Cool. That's cool. It's good to hear. Can you say what work entitles, or is it kind of like super secret? Almost. Which is fine if you don't have to say it. Here. Up. Just trying to figure out a style that I like that I can get away with. That's not too. It's not going to be too intensive, because we are going to be doing a mobile game. So with that being said, we need to. And I've done like low poly stuff, right? Low poly is kind of easy. You don't have to worry about it. There's literally one texture atlas, so you just take the UVs, scrunch them up, and throw them in the atlas, and all you have is one texture. So you save a lot of memory that way. But it's like, how do you do that with stylized? Answer is so it's all about figuring out what I can get away with. I'm thinking maybe like make a low amount of assets, but make them. So the thing is that you want to make them so they're like from different angles, they look different, right? But you don't want them to be so exaggerated that they stand out and you can tell that it's the same asset, just like kind of copy them or instantiated throughout the level. Steven says, just the day job, nothing more to say about it. Game dev is evening and weekends. Oh, okay. What project are you working on, Steve? Mind if I call you Steve or first Steven? Stylized book. Definitely looks like all these cuts in here are definitely one they could do with some like texture around it. yellow around it to really make it look like maybe a caterpillar was eating these nominal branches. Stephen Christie says, I'll share it later in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. If you got anything cool to share, please make sure to share it in the Discord. We all love to stay inspired, and I think that's the best thing about the game development community. Like, anytime I need inspiration, I go online and look at stuff, and it's just a feed of that, you know? But it is hard cultivating any social media platform that you have to do that. I like how bushy these trees are. I want to just kind of save that for my own person at some point. Nice asset, I think. And they like get the idea across. They're definitely stylized, right? But look how bushy and birdy they look. Big part of me is like, man, maybe we just switch it to an infinite runner and then take this idea and actually transform it, and then make a 3D game after that. But another part of me like wants to push like what you can do with mobile. Almost anything that I've done, it's been done before. But I will say in our last project, we have like, my programmer was literally able to get millions of rigid bodies just like blowing up, flinging everywhere on scene. So, it's impressive stuff. Get away with it. But the downfall to that is that, people who have older phones, they can't play it. And on top of that, you'll have like people, and this isn't a knock on individuals from foreign areas, but you'll have individuals who have like these phones that you've never heard of complaining in the review section that it doesn't work, and then you look and they're like, what's a Nokidoke 5530? I don't even know what that is. What's a Nokidoke? Is it? It's me. Man, it just stinks because a lot of this stuff looks like I don't know how I feel about these. They're too much. Like this tree, I like these smaller ones, but when they start getting all bendy, they look almost rock-like, This just looks like a rock. I think they could have gotten away with having maybe a rock with like, trees coming out of it almost. I'm almost thinking of like playtesting kind of to like just work out the procedural generation. See if I can do it. Is just like having something kind of spawn as the players moving forward. Find out. We will find out what we can do. Yeah. Undulate foliage. Foliage. All the foliage. These are pretty. Like various foliage. I just want to look at these. They're really pretty. I don't know if this is because these look like they're actually modeled. These aren't. Like these definitely aren't plain texture. They just look way too crisp. I found like even with a 4K, which I probably wouldn't fully. I think even with that though, that great. Or as crisp as. The one thing that I lack that I'm really gonna have to work on, chat, with this game is getting a cohesive style in place. Once I get the cohesive style in place, I think it'll just kind of all come together. But bear in mind, a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be making here soon within this week is it's all web stuff. It's kind of trying to get the idea across, so it's not like permanent It's not gonna be like permanent stuff. Of course, there'll probably be some things and I'm like, yeah, I like the way that turned out and I'll keep it, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff try to change in the future. And it's kind of hard to come up with because I'll probably have to. But let's kind of get the mock-up level. I'm gonna have to export it. I'll have to re-export it because I had to restart my computer or reformat it. Sorry. I guess they call it resetting now. I've always been taught it. But when you go to do it, it says reset. Rather interesting, if you ask me. So how it was everybody's last 2 days. Mine was fun. Reinstalling. Uninstalling. I got a ton more space now. Actually great. I also upgraded to Windows 11. We'll find out if that's a bad idea later. Probably is. Luckily enough, everything seems to be working better. For instance, Writer is working entirely. I used to get a ton of like errors, and it turns out you're supposed to open the U project instead of the SLN. It's interesting. Yeah, opening the U project gives you all the things. No longer. Kind of kick these off to the side here. I want to see if I can replicate these. Yeah, definitely true. There's a lot of stuff we can do. For instance, later down the line, we apologize. Judah's going to be changed at some point to make him a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more friendly for the mobile device. Or maybe, but I kind of want him to be a little bit more stylized in the sense that he's got a friendly, vibrant feel to it. Let's go ahead and grab this. Up world right here. Dope. So the question is do I just work on the tile set and then import these in and get the path set up so I can throw this in and it'll automatically grab them? Probably what should. So. Never made a level of this caliber, so I'm a little cautious, as you can tell, about how to proceed, but we'll figure it out. Just gonna be a lot of tiptoeing, I guess. Yeah. Go ahead. Good. Blender. Oh. Get some art up on the wall back here so it doesn't feel so plain thing. Got a blade. FBX, FBX. Could have sworn I copied models world find files. No, I saved it. Why I say I'm going to have to be organized. Very organized folder. So we have all the head and forth. Or I guess we could say wall and ceiling. Somewhere else completely roll. Like the one thing I noticed like in games like these, literally looks like some texture. This one has a little bit more effect. But with that being said, they don't look too you can see that they're, but stuff like this definitely some personality. The only thing that stinks is like with the orthographic camera in Unreal, it just kind of looks really boring. Really boring. So sorry for the blurriness. Gotta always this. Fine. I mean, we could definitely do probably a more orthographic style. So let's test that out real quick. You can tell I'm doing anything I can, not getting greedy. I mean, I'm not a big fan of texturing because I feel I stink at it. Hey, Dream Studio, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? Go ahead and go to the report. Let's turn this to orthographic. The biggest issue I have is like it's hard for me to I wish there was a better way of seeing like how this is affected. Like when I change the ortho width, so on and so forth, it's very difficult to get like a good idea. Like in Unity, you'd see a thing and it would change depending. Try 2000. File that. But yeah, look at the. That looks weird, don't you think, chat? Granted, try it on the standalone. I was watching a Blender tutorial and your live popped up. Nice. How's it going? What Blender tutorial were you watching? We are going to be working in Blender today, although it might be more of a little bit of a substance painter thing. I'm just playing around at the moment, Dream Studio, trying to figure out like a style to the game. Seeing if I really want to go orthographic or if I want to keep it perspective. Now that we have something that looks a little bit cleaner, it doesn't look too bad, right? But a tutorial by Derek. What are you specifically trying to learn though? Hard surface, props, yada yada. Anything that could make me some money. You know, the best way to do that, my friend, right? And personally, I haven't made much money from it, but if I were to think about it, like the first thing you're going to want to do is, you know, go to like, I don't know, Unity Marketplace, go to Epic as well for Unreal and check out their environments and see what they don't have. See what style isn't there. Like if you notice, a lot of people do like low poly or like mid poly. You know, look through all of these and kind of get an idea. You know, and honestly, it's a long search. But just from looking at these, you can kind of get an idea of what there is and what there isn't. And what you want to do is you want to kind of insert yourself in that place that you see there's a lack of. I really like these models. Sick. All right. But as you can see, the environments are really oversaturated. I think even character designers are honestly they're a lot harder to come by. Yeah, but there's 15,000, essentially 5,000 more. Jelly, hello Jelly. Going, my friend. Jelly. Your name always gets me hungry, like Jello or something. Even though once I figured out that was made with bone marrow, I kind of like, yeah, you know? But yeah, you can do that. You can also go to the Epic store, check that out, and then try to do what you see is not being done too much, because you never know, someone might need those type of assets. Yeah, this is not loading correctly. So, Jelly, and everyone else, what do you guys like more? Do you like this orthographic view? Because I'm kind of digging it, look. Kind of digging it. Probably even bring this out. So here's the orthographic. All right. This perspective. Show you guys perspective really quick, so you get a reference and you can back and forth. Sorry, all that hand movement kind of hurt my head a little bit. And here's perspective. I feel like if I do orthographic, it might be a little bit easier. Although I do like perspective. But the thing about orthographic is it'll be easier to layer things, and we might be able to save in regard to performance, because I'd have to literally like draw down this like cascade of a plane just going backward, right? With, you know, orthographic. You know, it's like immediately at our disposal. Everything. We wouldn't have to worry about that. I forget what it's called. Whatever line. What is the idea for this game? So this game is a Christian game. And what I mean is like, no, it's not just for Christian, but it has a lot of, made to be created with a lot of positive Christian symbology, right? Reinforcing Christian morals, beliefs, as well as praising God. But the premise of the idea is that it's an infinite platformer / runner / city management game. We're working on procedural generation a little bit right now and seeing how we can incorporate that into the game, because the primary idea is that you run to these areas that you explore and unlock, and then you gather resources in them and use those resources to build up your city or your town. That's the primary idea. It's a mobile game, so I'm trying to figure out if that's even doable, because it just feels like there's a lot going on. And if you look online, I don't know if people purposely make like very I don't want to say easy game, because every game takes, you know, at least hundreds of hours to make, but it looks like people kind of go with this casual route where it's just a very simple game loop. I'm trying to kind of go against the grain. And by the way, all the movement's still a work in progress, so mind all the premature animation. They look premature because it's fully fleshed out, but I feel like they get the idea across. But yeah. Are you saying, yeah, the orthographic looks great? And look, like those mountains that I placed, they're already doing so much. Whereas opposed to like perspective, they don't serve, they don't serve it as much, or they don't take up as much area. Right? So I'd be able to play around a little bit more in orthographic view to kind of really draw that horizon line, bring it backwards. And here it looks a little bit more interesting. But because of the scale, I'll have to like place things down this horizontal like line, and that's just going to be way more meshes. I could do sprites, stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's just there's more going on in the background. And if I'm going to be doing like procedural generation, in this game, it's probably best that I go for an orthographic view. By the way, there will be biomes, Dream Studio, in this game. So different biomes. The first one we're working on is the rainforest biome. And in each biome, there's like a mountain range, a ground range, and then there'll be cave range where you can get different types of material. Right? But there's still so much to do. Makes me sad thinking about it. I just want it to be done. But yeah, I think we might go for an orthographic look on this game, just to kind of save time and energy. How far would I have to drag these back to really see what happens if we drag these really far back?
Bumping into trouble at a rebels where I came.
Sorry, but that I don't know what it is about that song, but it makes me like very. I'm like trying to think, and I just hear. No? Interesting. So no matter how far I drag this back, it's not going to create any form of depth. I think the thing that's really going to control it is maybe the scale. So let's see if I'm tempted to go back to mobile game, like tycoon type of games with low poly 3D. Yeah, that's the general consensus, right? When it comes to making a mobile game. And for me, the more I work on this, the more I'm like, I think this might be pushing the boundary a little too much. Maybe the scope's too high. Yeah, so it really is gonna be. I wish there's a way. Maybe if I put the actual like character in here, it would work better. But no, come on. It's really hard to get an idea of how these things are gonna lay out because I don't have like the camera view. Tempted to go back. Can I like click on this and get access? No. Like typically you go in here and you click the camera and it will let you see, because we're spawning the character on player's start, we're not really given that away. Show. Can we do like a camera, show camera? Show camera. Show stats, game view. Nope. Okay, so that shows how it appears. Okay, it is very late here. I'm going to bed. Good night. Thank you for joining in Dream Studio. You have an excellent night, and I hope that you find a way to make some cash with 3D modeling. See you around, and thank you for joining. Yeah, see, it's going to be very difficult to lay these things out if I can't see on the camera how they're looking. It's going to be a lot of this. How do we get around that? There's got to be some way to get around that. Show. Watch, I'm gonna click one button. Work. Do you want to start streaming? Do you want to be best streamer? Yes. Look, see, he clicks the camera. It shows him, but it's like I can't click on a camera. Or yeah, it's like how to show the camera that isn't implement. I mean, I could create a camera and just place it there for that purpose so I can see it. How to show the camera that isn't implemented. Or character spawns on players. Starting from camera. Real engine. UE5. This character spawn, character thing. So let's see if we can make a camera. Create camera. The worst part is we don't know if up here. Are you kidding me? How do I pin it? Down at the bottom. Guarantee it doesn't work though in this particular case. The thing with procedural is that you'll have to do a lot of tests. You have a good level will always be playable. I'm hoping to have like a little test. I mean, it's kind of like it's like how I discussed earlier in my last devlog, or not my last devlog, but one of my last streams. The only issue that I've seen thus far, Jelly, is that there are some rooms that are not connected all the time, and I think the best way when it comes to fixing those is just by placing some type of teleporter there. So essentially I go in and it kind of snaps the character over. mean, I'm not too opposed to having the orthographic view for this. Yo, Charlie, how's it going, friend? Welcome to the channel. Or welcome to the live stream. Say, you're already a part of that. I'm just deep in contemplation here, thinking about how we're going to set up this world. A lot of tests are going to be done on like some of the things that are on it. But I think I like the overall size. I feel like the size feels well. Hope is going well today. Going amazing with my new YouTube channel, Biome Generator. That's great to hear. That is great to hear. It's always nice when things work out or are working out, right? But yeah, I think the overall like size of the level is relatively kind of feels like I'm definitely gonna have to do something for the instances like this where it just feels like it's massive. Because that could be another thing. Maybe the worlds are just too big. Right now I can't. Like these areas are so spread apart. You know, and this is a place where we would spawn things in, kind of hate that. But it's kind of hard to test. So many things going on. But I guess we could start with like making trees, all that happy stuff. Oh boy, me. Let's actually save these. We already have those exported out. Like just start creating ports. Heck. Very organized folder that has things that... Oh, that's by trying port. Tired? Me? Yeah, I'm tired a little bit. I went and did some boxes today. Did some boxes. What is the difference? Revamp 5. Better. Give me. Also kind of like in this also kind of want to do something like this with the character, kind of like what they've done here in Mario Wonder. They've kind of made his rig. See this? Procedural generation does that to people, yeah. But when you figure it out and you get it working, man, it's like the best feeling on the. You put a lot of work into getting it functioning, and then once it functions, like everything else falls in place. Everything happy and grand. But yeah, we can start a new one. I just need him. Make sure that I have him. Then I'm gonna import and we're gonna use him as a way or a reference for the tree, because I just want to make a couple like little dummy trees, pick them up until I get the size that is right. But yes, because I am tired, it's a little hard for me. And I don't know why, but Blender is just having a hard time going through some of the stuff that I have. Go ahead and import it so we can reference. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to use the restroom, so enjoy some music, and yeah, I'll BRB. I'm back. Sorry. I had things to do. Charlie says, oh, heck yeah. It's like, yes. And yes, it is. But it's like, getting there is kind of frustrating. But yeah, let's use little Judah here as a reference. Pull him off to the side and go ahead and just make like a base mesh. We're gonna go ahead and throw like a sub D2 on here. And this is slow. That's why we have two blenders open. We have two blenders open. Can you stop it? Guess I gotta click over here. And also this, we just sub D on this. Go ahead and delete this face. Delete this face. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to kind of bring his face to the right. Interesting. I kind of see if I still have. See if I have the thing still. Dilo GP. That's Unreal, not Unity. Yeah, I know. Did I say Unit? Am I saying Unities? Yeah, I don't say Unity. Maybe I spoke. Yes, this is Unreal Engine. It's Unreal. Here we go. See if it's really. Good. Sorry guys. But anyways, Dilo. File project. And that's that. That's big sad. This is big sad. Wow. Oh well. Yeah, I was hoping I had. I realized I'm gonna have to copy all these planes over. I did not want to do any of that. So sorry guys, we're gonna be using Houdini. Although the only issue with this particular that, you know, controller hierarchy. This. Okay. Not make it so. Spectacular. One. Maybe someone's looking for Unity stuff. By the way, thank you guys. Maybe somebody's coming in here because I don't know. they're like looking up YouTube stuff. See. Circle line. I wonder if the curve's flying. I think that's good for mobile. Thicker though. Be thicker. No. Yep. Don't want it to be too thick, I guess. Or else it'll just look crazy. Crazy. Still don't get the idea of row. Like road. Growth bound object. Interesting. The only issue is this, that definitely issues here, but create more issues. Point. It's out. Separate these. I light it. Okay, it takes away light. Even with like Mario, this is kind of like hard stuck stuff. Maybe I should try to just 3D model it instead of being lazy. Like model. Cool tree. Definitely not the style we want to go for. Probably this. Keep backtracking. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. I might want to create stuff that looks like a little bit, like it's got some form of dimensionality. But as you can see here, it's got like the spin to it, right? This allows them to have this pop off, but I would assume they don't even do this. They just create the base shape, add circles. Like equal dispersion throughout the scale and make it look a little cleaner in regards to how it's this top this. We're going to try to create some of these vines. I don't want to do them. I was thinking about just cable, kind of having it swooping around. But and if I really wanted to, let's see if I can trap fire. Shrink wrap. Go ahead. I think the way this do stuff like this, shrink wrap it, kind of. Give me the loop that I want. Since this is going to be orthographic, kind of play with it weird. No. We could quite literally do this because it's orthographic. But it's like if I change my mind, I want to to it. I don't want the entire asset just because I think that far down the line. So let's work from here. Even though I really like that thickness we had, guys. Like the thickness. The thickness. Thickness. I don't know. Thick. Bad bit. Kid. Up just a bit. Just the thickness. I feel like we need to have somewhat of a harder dent here. Kind of want this to go up a little bit more. Oh my gosh, why are you moving so slow, Blender? Let's see. World text object events. We'll go type, then we'll go what it is. Go size. Come in here. I know that a lot of people have like they have just a game. Honestly, what they could have done is just rendered this out. In all honesty, the only form of them lighting. A little barrier. None of that. Hey, perfect. If I apply them. Shoot. See if I can get this. Silhouette look. Whatever it is else that we should. Pretty. Thinking of adding like drapes here and then like in a texture adding ridges in, but I am not actually feel like I want to say this is just like rendered out, like it's a rendered image. Probably have an engine. that captures the lighting and everything. And then instead of having an actual model here, it's just literally in like an image. In fact, I can argue a lot of these are images. Could be, but do I extrude? Can I extrude, set, snap, invert, vert, edge, automatic constraint? We have constraints here. Don't really want that. Why? So, you think to compensate for this zag, add some type of ziggity there. Then maybe I could be trying to make this a little bit more complicated than it actually needs to be. I feel like maybe I dropped it a little bit more. I like that. Maybe a slight tilt, not like busy. Then it just looks kind of boring on this side. That looks decent, dude. Right. Trying to think how I'm gonna combine these. I could just leave it as it. Too bad. Artifact. or go to like take it. Go ahead and not sharpen, but smooth. Good, bring it down a little bit. For those of you who don't know, this is going to be like orthographic, so I'm not really concerned on some of the aspects of the mesh. Plus, I'm kind of like whipping this up really quick. And not do. So I wonder if there's a way to render. UI5. So it looks like you can render stuff. So maybe that's a thing we can do. Just like have a lighting that we know is going to be universal. Split the. What happens? Sorry, I gotta plug my headset in. So that we kind of have like a whip of this. Tells me. Look at shrubbery forest area. Primarily stuff like it's stuff like this. So we're gonna create like interesting. Well, yeah, we made something like this. How big these are, they don't look like any guaranteed. This looks like that one character from the top of the character. Pokemon. By the way, have you guys seen Owl World? Go ahead. Cursor. This up. Curve. Roll. Up. Probably better off making something and scattering it on it. Surface. Rotation. Here it's just matter. But I just make it. Fine if we use some long. Holy moly. What is that? Let's really doesn't matter. This isn't. But let's see if we can remember geometry. Instance. But forget what it's called. Geometry. Geometry. Trying to figure this out. But I spell it wrong. You're cutting in and out. A leaf. Yes, it is a leaf. How's it going, Vic? What are you up to? And I'm cutting in and out. Work. Better. Is that better? Hello? Am I cutting in and out now? What about now? Earlier, I was trying to figure out how to make it so I don't do things. Bam, bam, bam. Separate, geometry, duplicate, better. It's better. I want to say it's that, but I know it's not that. Geometry. Read ID. Is it ID? I don't think it's ID. Nope. Geometry. So how are you doing today, Vic? How's the day going for you, my friend? Named attribute. You don't want the named attribute. Simple index. Bend, stretch. Geometry to instance. Mesh. Maybe we can get subdivided mesh to curve, volume to mesh. Can I grab this and then you can't. Let's see. Object info. There we go. We can already set this as an instance. Oh yeah. This isn't a, what's it called? So we're gonna have to get scatter. Separate components, scatter. I don't see a scatter. Is there a scatter? Let's look online, guys. Blender geometry nodes scatter. How to scatter objects with geometry nodes. Oh my gosh. Can you just distribute points on face? Distribute points on face. Mesh points. Hey, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a leaf. One big leaf pointing in one direction. One big leaf pointing in one direction. Now what we must do is we must well, obviously we want to randomize the rotation, right? But we're going to want to do this for each instance. So I don't know if we plug it directly in here. Let's find that out. So it looks like if we do this, it's all universal. If I remember correctly, when I did this last time, let's random value, change that to a vector. A victor, change it to a victor. Shout out to Vic. Great gal, great friend. Just don't say anything mean, guys. You might hurt her virgin Mormon ears. I meant to say your Mormon ears. Rotation, and there we go. However, because we don't want this to fully affect, for instance, we want this actually, I think, to affect the, yeah, we don't want this to affect this. And there we go, guys. We got our bush. I'm joking. We're gonna want to create another one of these though, and maybe even for this, do that. It would be nice if they actually made it so I could do some other things to that. Whoa. Some of them are on the ground. This just doesn't look right. Honestly, I wish they kind of stemmed from one point. Let's move this out of the way. And I want them to bend on each one. Hey Chase, how's it going? Welcome to the channel, my friend. How are you doing today? We're working on creating some assets like we've been talking about now for a while, but I've been too shy to do it. And there's just been a lot going on. Right now, we are currently trying to bend things into our favor. Wowzers. Honestly, I think 0.2 might be, like, they start to squinch at one point. If only, I'm sure there's like some crazy way that you can like change each aspect of this node, or this like, let's say I could change the leaf and the stem size, and then I could probably pack that into an instance and then essentially get that object, bring it in here with all of its stuff, and then systematically change it that way. It's something you can totally do in Houdini too, but I'm just too lazy. Chase says, I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing excellent, man. I'm just chilling. Kind of a little brain fried from the last 2 days, just installing all my stuff, making sure I have everything, making sure I didn't lose anything, and if I did, trying to find the best way to get that back. One bright side though is I'm no longer getting errors in my writer project, so that's awesome. Game runs great still, so overall good, man. How about you? How about you? Bend geometry. Trying to see if I can like instantiate, like make it so essentially what's going on is for every instantiation of this, I'm gonna do that. But it looks to me like we create an instance, so it's possible that I can do this, but I would have to do it before I put this into an instance. Yeah. Yeah. But if you look at this now, the entire geometry is being completely changed, which is no bueno. And honestly, we probably want maybe a little bit less. You can turn the density down a little bit here. But I would like them to look not like this. Look at this, clipping into one another. There's got to be some way. Poison. What's the... What is... Poisasan? Poisasan? That's what it looks like. Poisson. But yeah. I think the best way to handle this is honestly bring these together. Go like this random. Okay. Closer we bring them in together, the better, because the more it just makes it so they can't do as much. We can change this. Looks like we get some interesting results, and they don't seem to be like brushing on each other too much. However, right here, if we look, we get this little sneaky guy that's kind of coming in and playing factor into all this. How can I make it so that every instance is different? I don't want to spend too much time on this because honestly, I think this is fine. I mean, if we're going to do an orthographic view, I think that's okay. I do want this to be maybe a little bit smaller. Oh, whoa. We didn't want that. But yeah, with that being said, has to do with this, guaranteed. Yeah. You have to like, it's interesting because you have to pick one. I just really want to multiply by some instance ID. That could be a thing. First of all, let's bring this up here. So you're saying this is creating an instance, and then instances, and then I can get the ID from this. Index, sample index. Which element to retrieve a value from on the geometry, and they don't really give you an array to iterate through it, right? That's a smart idea. I didn't think about actually getting the index. Sample, so the data type. I don't even know what the data type is for this. I know it's an instance. What if I were to plug that in there? Unknown socket value. Value from on the geometry. I don't know, Blender. Yeah, that's the big sad. True. Pick instance. Choose instances from the instance input at each point instead of instancing the entire geometry. Instance index. Index of the instance used for each point. Can I plug that into something? I can't. I can't. But maybe I can do something like that. Reference. Just wish there was times where I could make it so they don't collide. You can do it, but it's like a whole... I like watched a video on it. It's like some giant... It's like a rinky-dink thing, man. This guy makes this huge project just to do it. And it's just like, that's great. Or that's great, but nobody's ever going to want to do that just for this. I mean, him obviously, but I don't know if I want to research too deep into this. Honestly, I could probably save this out and then delete some of the ones I don't want. That sounds like a smart idea, right? It sounds like a smart idea for me. But yeah, as you can see, nothing has changed here. However, in here we can change the density max and put as many of these as we want in here and kind of change. But it's like, why do they all gotta look this way? Why can't they look some other way? Just do it in a circle. Now I think if we just like go, hold on, I'm gonna save this really quick. And if I just go like apply, evaluate, not continue mesh. Well, how do I output a mesh? Can I output a mesh? Instances, I can output the instance. Let's look this up. How to apply geometry nodes in Blender. Apply geometry nodes to match. Everyone's AI. We're the best AI. Oh my god. This looks sick though. Mm-hmm. I did that. Okay, thank you for flexing on me and making me feel really sad. I appreciate it. If I do that, it's like, you can't do that. Evaluated geometry from modifier does not contain a mesh. It's like you gotta hand brew this stuff, or else it won't output a mesh. You can't like. Granted, I could probably export this, but the whole idea is that, maybe I come in here after I've done that. Convert to mesh. No, it's all gone. How do you break up? Put some music back on. It's getting too quiet in here. Um, dual mesh, extrude mesh, mesh to curve, mesh to volume. Mesh boolean, curve to mesh. Maybe I looked in the wrong spot. Maybe there's another thing. How to apply geometry nodes in Blender to get a mesh. This one's the one for us. It's great. I love you. Make sure to like and subscribe, like you guys are liking and subscribing to this channel. Oh boy, good looking trees. Yeah, they are pretty good looking. What about my tree? You like my tree? My tree good? Can I have some validation? Someone's making a bunch of ruckus. I'll be right back. It's nice. What do you mean it's nice, Chase? Isn't that the best looking tree you've ever stirred at? Huh? Come on. Come on, I did good here. Just tell me. I did good thing. Way cooler than his tree. Granted, he had like, these cool little like indentures and stuff, and everything was all like, looked like everything was, sculpted and stuff, but we're not, I like the trunk, not a big fan of the flat bottom where the leaves should be. Seems too abrupt for me. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna change that, but right now I'm just trying to get the silhouette going. Like I said, we're gonna. So the idea is that maybe we take something like this and we use it as a. Yeah, we're gonna have to just make it a solid mesh. Now that I think about it, but yeah, we'll fix that eventually. I'm just trying to get some stuff blocked out really quick. You did good thing. Yeah. Oh, he said much better. So yeah, you think it's better if I do this? True. But I think it would be better if we had some like bevels in here. But like I said, we'll cross that bridge at some point. But I'm gonna try to like pull these off a little bit and sculpt it a little bit more. Maybe make another version that's a high poly mesh and then sculpt detail on that and then bake it onto these so it's got that simplified geometry, but it's got the normals of the other one. Amin says hello. Everyone say hello to Amin. How's it going, Amin? Let's shade. Ooh, shade smooth. Gotta make sure these bad boys are smooth. Realize. Okay, guys? Remember that. Real eyes, realize. Now what if I apply? It did it! But probably want to copy and paste this and move it to geometry nodes. Another folder. Grab this and we can apply it. Nice. I like that guy. He saved me a lot of time. Delete the faces. Granted, right, we could have just like literally gone in and done some like just copied and pasted this around a ton of times. Make some hand adjustments here. Get this perfectly circle, because if not, my OCD will make fun of me for the rest of the day, and I don't feel like being sad. Kind of don't like this one for some weird reason. I feel like I need to shrink that down. A little bit cleaner. See you tomorrow. All right, Amin, I'll catch you around, man. Hopefully you heard me. I don't know if I'm muted or something. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to do something about these. Geometry. References. Go ahead and do exactly what we were just talking about. Let's also bevel these off a little bit so the ends won't be so sharp when we go to do them. But let's go ahead and do each tree. And then when we do them, we'll pull them out. Well, they'll be a part of the same texture page, right? But what's going to happen is when we bring them back in here, we're going to merge them all together. So when, yeah, you get the point. But, duplicate this tablet.
The easiest way to get into the meditative state is to begin by listening.
First, let's main bush. No, main bush. What am I? Leaf. Leaves. 21. So guys, to be interesting. Haven't said the We're gonna have to do some rinky-dink method, okay? Like someone agrees with me. They're like, that is rinky-dink. This particular program is up and running, but sculpt some details on these. Find out really quick. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to set this up in particular for moving around. In sculpt mode. Pretty hard when I have to move in between different viewports. You can tell your mic isn't picking up what you're saying. Maybe if I move it over here, is that better? Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find a way to make this a thing where I can work on my tablet and talk at the same time. If not, I'll have to do this off stream until we figure that out. Since it's 12:42, I might do that. I've been sadly making these a little bit shorter because there's just so much to do, and it's getting to the point where I have to start using my tablet a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm spraying? And since I don't have this particularly set up correctly, I have to move in between using my mouse and keyboard input and my pen. Now I have this thing, right? But I have yet to set that up. Like if we were to go over here and what is this? At browse control. Sure. I just want green. Give me the green. So we have the working area, digital pen. Let's see, but the mini keyboard. Is there any way? Dial settings, customize the feature. I really wish there was a way to change, like on here, I think you can, yeah, these run programs. There should be a way, in my opinion, where it's dependent on whatever program you're using. So then I could just change the profile, or like, let's say, oh, add a program. Okay, I just gotta find Blender. That's interesting. Does this have Photoshop on here? I can probably set this all up, but this is like boring stuff. This isn't like creating, you know, anything cool. So bum, bum, bum. Where are you, Adobe? Creative Cloud. Where is Photoshop even? If I go Photoshop and I were to right click and open file location, copy, browse, paste. So then we have Photoshop and Blender, and I think like Control Z here. But if I go to Photoshop, let's see if I go to Blender and I were to change like this to S, I don't know, S, like that. Some people will find it interesting. You can always record the things you do and create fast forwarded short videos showing the process. I could. I really could. Yeah, but, oh, okay, so yeah, so now when we're in Blender, this is S. When we're in Photoshop, it's this. And I'll have to run some more tests to see, but I need a button where it's like, shoot, like if I were in here, see about our pen, digital pen, add program, Blender, add program, Photoshop. Don't tell me I have to come in here and do all this again. Are you kidding me? They don't save the program. What crazy people do this? All right, let's go to Blender, and then this one we can do, we can get rid of that, and we can do the mouse key. Actually, the mouse middle button. So when I'm in Blender, but yeah, then I'll have to like drag this over here, and then I mean, you guys can hear me at least, right? If I were to do this here. Would like it so the radius changes. Yeah, when it's closer. Cool. The only difference here is that I'm gonna have to like, I think I'm gonna have to sculpt out something, right? Like get a surface, sculpt it out, remesh it so it's nice and clean, and go from there. like we can almost do something like that. I also have to figure out something for the yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to, like, a part of me is like I continue streaming, the other part of me is like oh. It looks like, for instance, on this tree, sorry, this is bugging me really bad right now. Let's go in here, exit out of that, select all, space, recalculate the outside. Now we're fixed. And I can sleep at night. Sculpt mode. But yeah, I'm thinking of creating like some, what are they called? Udums, where you just bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I can remesh that, and then I can, yeah, topologize, and do finer details. So we can really get stuff that looks like this right here, right? Because I think that's really what that is. They just took one mesh, put it all around, and then I think personally in here they just render this. I think this is an image, and they just have boxes here for, I don't know, for collision. But yeah, I'm thinking we make something like this, like a leaf, and then just kind of putting it everywhere, and then doing something like that. Multi-res displacement. Let's go ahead and change some buttons. Some buttons. Blender, let's go ahead here. Let's change this button and make it shift. Shift, and that's it. So then when I'm in here, I can just press shift and smooth out. What's going on? No, it's not working. Why are you doing this to me? What have I done to you? Shave the hairs on the back of my neck. Man. You know, I just want to take a second out of the day to praise God for all that He's done for me, and kind of remind other people to do that too. At the end of the day, everything could be worse. That's kind of a weird way to look at it, but was thinking about it a while back, and I was like, how can we get blessed more by God if we don't even appreciate the blessings that we have right now by God? Right? It's doing the thing. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and create something and then copy and paste it all around here. I wish there was a way, kind of like in ZBrush, like if you were to draw on this, right? If you were to draw on this, it would like place a mesh. It would like dino mesh something in. And I don't see anything in here that would indicate something of that nature. They do have a mask tool, so I'm assuming you can just cut pieces off and remesh, which is nice. But we get it. That's what that does. Settings, preview. What is this? What is the shortcut for this? It's Control Tab. Get this. Get that. Very cool. Need to figure out how to do this. There's a button for it where you can like. Okay, it's control. That's it. I think for the time being. So if I want to look around, I can hold the button on here. Sorry. Now if I want to look around, I can hold a button on this pen, move it around, and if I hold control and use the same button, I can do that. I don't know if shift, yeah, shift will let me drag like this. So I can kind of mess around and play around. When did Judah get in there? Oh. What the heck? How did Judah get in there? Hierarchy. I need to have a move button, like I press G and then it'll do all the things. How about we make this one G and then X, Y, Z. We can do let's just do it. X, Y, and Z. We can kind of just keep doing these until we figure out something that works for us. Would be nice if I could do this maybe. Now we can go here, select the hierarchy, press G, and we can move them around from there. We should also probably have a rotate button now that I think about it. So G, and this one's going to be R. So we can rotate things. RG. All right, cool. And then we have, so I can rotate them now. And snap that as well. Control for all that. I wonder if there's any way, I mean, I could just click this and we should be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, you know what it would be great? A button. Was it Control A in here? Shift A. Let's add that as well. Sorry, guys. We will do that here at the above the X. Get rid of that. Shift A. Shift A. It's over here, and now we should be able to just create meshes. Gonna have to get used to our layout. We get used to it, we should be fine. But I think I want to have a, what's it called? Something to put Shift A, put it over here. This one's gonna be, what is it, Control 2, so we can throw sub 2 on it automatically. Let's see. Boom! Honestly, I don't know if it would look better if I were to throw this here. It might be a little bit better for my neck, not gonna lie. Am I still hearable? Can you hear me at least? Feels a little weird with my hand. Control A. Interesting. We can also. Yep, cool. Thank you, Steve. Sorry for bugging you so much, my friend. Another, what, sub D on here? Looks like we gotta be in object mode though to get this working accordingly. Whoa. Okay. I guess we never put a subdivision on there. We did something in a place we shouldn't have. And I kind of want this on. Go back before we've made some bad decisions. And then, honestly, yo, let's I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's put this or select all of this. All right, we're gonna go back over here. What do you mean? What do you mean that it switched? Okay, so we just, I'm sorry, chat. Let me add another display capture for this in particular. The file name is already, what do you mean? Oh. Display, tablet display. Sorry, this is gonna block me off really quick. Boom. We're gonna center that. We're gonna throw it down here, and then we're gonna get rid of the display capture. That way, when I switch, you know, it won't look bad. But yeah, I have an idea. We're going to I really want it so, like, for instance, let's say I switch my scene. Is there any way to do that? I'm sorry. I know this is not really pertaining to game dev. But if I were to like add a multi-action here, and in OBS I were to switch my scene, right? And we switch to the tablet, right? But I also want to move yeah, they just have scenes. That would be really interesting though if I was able to move, like imagine that, like I could essentially move to the right, or essentially I like, let's say I had Blender on this and I press that button, it would not only transition me to the tablet, but it would move Blender to the tablet as well. Save so much time. But it's like, you know, go to Elgato Marketplace. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is add some more stir. Can I even do that? I did that yesterday. Devices, profile, plugins. Damn. Wind tools. Control windows from the Stream Deck. Control the volume of apps or devices. Toggle Bluetooth. Quickly cycle between common multi-clip. Turns every key to an input. Change power plans. Stop, start, restart Windows services. I just want to move app. App switcher. Alternative to command tab, to which to new desktop. Interesting. Never mind. I'll figure that out later, guys. I'm sorry. Figure it was worth cursor to selected, right? What's going on? Because yeah, that's why. Beacon selection to or cursor to selected, and then world origin. Oh, actually, I have to right click and say 3D cursor, and then if we were to take this, right, and since we've already done this, what we could probably, yeah, I think I get it. I switch apps between windows with window keys plus arrow. Yeah, I know you can do that, right? But it's like, imagine like every time I switch, it just moved it over there. Maybe that's something worth writing on my end if I can do it. Like it just plays a script whenever I click that, and it'll bloop, move it over there. And it'll save the Blender file too in case something breaks and I forgot to save. Could be worth it, man. I think it'd be worth it. All right, let's go into geometry nodes. Do a new geometry node. Come here. Let's copy or instance 2 points. I think it's definitely doable. Shouldn't be too difficult. Instance 2 points. That's why I put instances. It's instance. Instance 2 points. Or instance on points. But instead we do the geometry info. Geometry info. Object info. Okay. Instance. Geometry to instance. Let's points here. No, we want to get mesh to points, or what is it? Distribute points on faces. We can take this. We can then put this into here. Oh, don't give me that. I know you're still alive. It's like, oh, if I did that, it would work. Can I merge objects too? Merge by distance. I'm thinking like the combine or join geometry. Okay. How do you join the geometry? How do you? It just says join you think join geometry would allow you to like drag and drop this in here? I probably have to realize the instance, right? And then do that, and then that, and then that does that, right? But I want to see what's going on. Oh, you know what it is I didn't click this guy. I would like it to distribute. I think we could put the normal in the rotation, right? Because I know every point's gonna have a normal. So like if it's pointing in that point, we can do position, density factor, right? And do, I don't know, rotation. Probably play with the scale a little bit though. Random scale. Or yeah, random value. Vector. Plug this bad boy in. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. You know, I'll probably have to take the rotation of this and then what? Would I multiply it, or would I multiply these together? I don't think so. I think I would add them. Wouldn't you agree? Add. Subtract. Or the cross product. I don't think so. Project. Instance object takes on points normal. You know, it's something simple too. I don't think I'm doing it right though. Align Euler to vector he uses. Okay. And he's gonna plug the normal into the vector, and then the rotation of the tree. Okay. Hold up, chat. Align Euler to whatever. Ooh, not that. No, you. How do you get rid of these? Oh, you're dragging away from them. Okay. Whoop. He uses the normal of these, and boom. It's no longer working. Why is that? First of all, let's change the name of this. Hello! You want them all to be rotated to align? Deneve animation. Sorry for butchering that. How's it going? How are you doing today? You want them all to be rotated aligned to the normal? Yeah. That's the basic idea. And it looks like you just use this. I thought I was going to have to do some complicated math, but you know, I don't feel like working that out. Leaves. Or leaf, I guess I should call this. So the idea is we're going to copy this all on here, join it, mesh it, blend it together, retopologize it so it looks like sorry, where is the reference image? It's right here. So it looks like this, something like this. Not exactly, but I'm testing it out, so I'm going to use this as a reference. And then we can kind of branch off from there. But the idea is that we take that high poly and then we bake it onto this, and then we get this look without all the verts. And we could possibly even render it out in the future, just for purposes. But now it's not even rotating. And I think let's drag this off or drag that off and see why it's not working anymore. These are fine. These are fine. What did I do? Oh, cool. Yeah, it is cool. At least I think it's cool. That's what it was. I didn't have these plugged in. I'm an idiot. Now I think that's going to take a while to load. These are massive. Oh, it looks like I copied him instead of this. And yeah, we take the normals and we plug it into the rotation and we that's interesting. Let's mess with the scale a bit. See if we can get this looking good. Because if we can get this working, you know, essentially we save ourselves a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? But it looks at the moment we're just getting like a bubbly skin, which is not preferable. And these aren't even... Hold up, let's take this down a notch just to see if we're getting the desired results. And it's not... Here, let's selection to... Or let's go cursor to world to origin, selection to cursor. Let's go and apply all the transforms. And still, we aren't getting the results. It's interesting, he was able to do it. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. Doesn't look like that was the key to my victory. But then again, it could be because I have this. From here, the image I watch, right guys, check it out. He's using in align Euler to vector. He puts the vector in and he puts it into the rotation. He sets this to Z, and all of these are proportionately, you know, being directed away. So the idea is that it would work similarly for our case scenario if we did something like that as well. For instance, let's just do this for now. Turn up the distance, and you can just see they're pointing inward. Pivot is, there we go. But now it's like they're all facing the same direction, which is kind of annoying. On top of that, if we were to go up like this, I mean, I guess we could get away. To some degree. Now that just looks ugly, don't it? Just looks ugly. So 0.2. But yeah, it's not... You know what it is that there's so many... It sort of looks like a mushroom. Yeah, so the idea is I get the basic shape, right? And I take this... Because I'm trying to mimic kind of this style to see if I can replicate something similar. And the idea is that we take this leaf, which is, if you, I'll just pull it over here really quick. If you haven't noticed, is very similar to this leaf. Then we get the shape, we scatter this across the entirety of it, and then we're able to like bunch it up, play around with it, scrunch it up. I can sculpt it essentially and get a desired result, but it doesn't seem to be going the way that I hoped it to go. Which which is annoying. Instance index. We have the scale. We don't really care about that. But position, we do random. We did everything. I would drop a sphere and a cone into the scene and replicate his exact results. Yeah, that is true. I think it's because there's way too many of them. Let's see if we can turn on the... I don't want the face orientation. I want to display. Maybe if you make the leaves a bit bigger. Yeah, if I make them bigger, they just... I could try it. Watch, just to show you. Let's do like 2, for instance. And still, they just... Like, even if I plug these in here... See how they kind of don't spread out at all in the orientation we want them. It's supposed to kind of like... You know, if I were to use this as an example, like let's say it spawns on this point, it would do it here and then here, right, and then here, and we get something like this. I mean, it was worth giving it a shot. You know, you never know. It could work potentially, right? What did I put these 0.5? I'm definitely going to make them bigger, but they're so small right now because I'm trying to see how they're placing on here. But let's do what Steve suggested and create a UV sphere. And let's first go into modeling, get rid of that sphere. Let's come over here. UV sphere. Let's, was it 32, 16? Going to geometry nodes. Let's see if there's anything different that he... I mean, he just has instances on points. He copies the things to the points. He is using normal instead of... Let me try that really quick and see if that's the fix. I don't know. It says normal. Oh. The idea is that we get the normal from that, though. Right? I don't know. Normal. Here. Yeah. And the same results. In fact, this time we're not getting any change, which is frustrating. Here we get change. I didn't notice they have like an entire geometry spread here though. That's super nice. Let's see if there's like a normal geometry curve Y recalculate. Stretch geometry, resample curve. Normal, set curve normal. That's it for normal stuff. So let's try replicating it on here. Let's go to copy to points or instance to points. Not instances. Instance 2 points. I like how I type it without the S and somehow it's still giving me the S in that. But yeah. Distribute. Points on a face. I could try points on a volume. No, because that'll do all the things inside of it as well. That's not what we want. Let's do G object info. Object info. and go ahead and get the leaf. This guy just gets it first try. And he joined him too. So yeah, he just has the object info, and he's putting the object straight into the instance instead of turning them into instances. Whatever. Let's go ahead and join these. By the way, guys, I like to take a little time out of my day every day to make sure that I give a shout out to those who have their account private, because when they join in the stream, I won't see it on an alert, or they subscribe to the channel, I won't see it. So I just like to say thank you, and I appreciate you. Lurkers are appreciated too. Let's do the Euler. If you're old enough, you remember that era. Let's do rotation, Z, and it's auto, but he uses normal here. Normal to set it up. And we're still, it just looks like a giant version of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's got to be another method. It's probably easier. I mean, probably because of right here. Let's solo in on this and maybe select a different point on here. Go to cursor to selected. Let's do that. Let's unsolo it, and we'll notice that it hasn't made any changes whatsoever. Yeah, it's not copying it. Why does this program hate me? It copied his perfectly. Look, let's watch it, guys, just so we can be absolutely sure. Utilities, align Euler to vector, which is what I used, right? Align Euler to vector. All right. He gets the normal, he plugs the normal in, and then automatically they start shifting around the normal. And he's like, I don't like this. I want them to point directly away. So he uses Z. And automatically, he is given the golden ticket. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and that's what I did too, without him doing that. It's cool that he's gonna go in here and be like, oh, you can use this to change the density. We get it, dude, you're talented. By the way, guy, that's the observatory if you guys want to go follow him. Point instance with normal. Look, he's got Suzanne. Suzanne's a weird model. He's got Suzanne in here, dude. Look. He's got capture attribute. He captures what attribute? Capture the attribute. UV sphere mesh. Okay, whatever. He probably has to use that because it's a UV sphere. Sphere? I don't know why I'm saying sh. S with a sh, but I am. Crazy. Yeah, we went looking away. Come on, why is it doing that? It's so annoying. Yeah. What I was thinking. Okay. Yo, what's up, Dynamite? Long time no see. How's it going, my friend? How's the VFX? Working on a new show reel. Sick. Let me know when your portfolio's updated. I'd love to look at it again. Look at this guy. He's a genius. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do that for each one? Isn't that gonna make my computer explode? What are you working on specifically right now, Dynamite? Being chilling on Discord right now? That's sick. Yeah, we gotta subtract its position, its position. You just get to a point, huh? Yeah, there's one face here. So why is he doing all the field index stuff? Why doesn't he just get the normal from that now? I might just copy and paste this stuff, dang. Dang, man. This is... I mean, it's simple, and like I literally probably could copy this, but it's like... Okay. Sick. And it's free. It's not updated for 4.0 though. Well, it is currently 1:43. So I'm just gonna copy and paste these things off stream and do it manually. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I will catch you all tomorrow, same time, same place, same friendly face, right? So make sure to click that like and subscribe button, especially if you want to chill again and maybe see how far I got. But that all depends on the house mood today. I'm getting off right now. Right now, yeah, I'm bouncing. I typically stream till 2, but this is gonna take literally going and copying, pasting this, and each one is gonna take a little bit more time than I wanted. But you know, who knows? Maybe it's better this way. Yeah. I will catch you all later. Thank you all for tuning in. So with that being said, God bless and Jesus loves you. Peace, guys. Much love.
Later!